Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I'm doing the tune of a Mulan song. Why am I doing it? I don't know, but I like the movie anyway. Welcome to Duel 128, everyone. Nothing too fancy, just a normal Duel video, and nothing else gonna be today because I am going to Jeff Dunham this evening. If you don't know who Jeff Dunham is, then you've been living under a rock. Not necessarily that I've mentioned him a lot in my videos, but just he's pretty much the world's most famous ventriloquist, and if Ahmed the Dead Terrorist doesn't tell you anything, then you've missed out. Anyway, I'm going to see his show tonight. It's going to be great. But for now, I'm using a Barbaros Skill Drain, as I like to call the deck. A deck focused on beasts and beast warriors who, due to their effects, become weaker, but with Skill Drain on the field, they immediately become strong again. Photon Saber Tiger is one of them. I also have Reborn Tango in here whose effect doesn't care about skill drain. Same for Card D. I did have such a deck before with quite a few different cards. I don't know which of you were around back when I did Duel number 10, like a year ago, but I made a deck I called Barbaric Skill Drain back then because I liked the word barbaric. This is, I guess, Barbaric Skill Drain number 2, although I'm now just going to call it Barbaros because then it's clearer. Because Beast King Barbaros is the main monster in there. It's Barbaros Skill Drain 2.0. If you go back to Duel 10, you'll be able to see 1.0, I suppose. I'm facing Bujins in this duel, and I'm starting with quite the nice hand. 2 Barbaroses and a lot of face downs that I can use. The unfortunate thing is he's able to take out both of my Beast King Barbaroses. But I have some nice stuff ready for when I get Photon Saber Tiger or Reborn Tengu. Preferably Saber Tiger, because once I negate his effect, he's stronger than Tengu. And if I normal summon Saber Tiger, I can add a new Saber Tiger to my hand, and if I then play Skill Drain, he's stronger than Tengu, and I have an extra card in my hand to use for later on. Now, since the opponent hadn't actually normal summoned or set anything yet, I'm like, okay, the Yamato that he added here was the first. So he doesn't have anything but the Yamato that he can summon, so I was getting ready to play my Summon Warning. As soon as he summoned something, I played it. Only as soon as I played it, I noticed it was Mikazuchi, but I was like, I'm gonna use it anyway, because I don't know how long it'll take before me to get monsters, or like Torrential Tribute or anything, to take his stuff out. So I took care of it, knowing that he still has a Yamato in his hand, and what else he has, well, I don't really know, but we may be able to find out later in the duel. I get Dimensional Prison, I'm like, haha, so he's gonna summon Yamato, and then I'm gonna get rid of his monster too. Like, he got rid of both my monsters quite easily, now I'm gonna do the same, and the second one is going using Dimensional Prison. I don't know why it took so long to click on Dimensional Prison, probably I just wanted to make sure that which of my cards are where, so that later on I don't accidentally reveal Horn of the Phantom Beast when I don't want to, while I actually want to play Skill Drain, in a sense that gives my opponent an advantage. So I summoned Card D, play its effect, draw 2 cards. I technically could have just attacked directly with it, but 800 damage isn't really too much. It's a weak monster, and then I can't use its effect anymore if I don't use it in main phase 1, so definitely using it there. And I got my Reborn Tengu, which is nice, a monster that I wanted, and then Book of Moon. If my opponent makes a small error by misreading Bujin Carnation, says he's tired, happens to the best of us. I had that as well. I remember, like, there was a good amount of Duel videos back. That was one I made when it was really late in the evening, and I made like 4 or 5 misplays, misreadings, things I wasn't allowed to do, and I was like, how can you cheater, how can you this, how can you that, like, sorry, I was half asleep, I guess. I wanted to get a Duel video out. Happens sometimes, happens to the rest of us, happens to me as well, happens to Ace and Ice, happens to MCOL40, happens to Galactic God, happens to Billy Break, and Jeff Jones, and everyone. Probably even happened to Yugi Moto, although we didn't see that in the anime, I think. So I bring out Reborn Tengu. I could technically play Horn of the Phantom Beast or Forbidden Chalice here already to just boost his attack until the end, or just for this turn, but I kind of want to keep Chalice for cards like Barbaros and Photon Saber Tiger, not just to give it the 400 boost, but to give it the extra boost by negating their effects. I technically could also use Skill Drain for that, but Skill Drain, I don't want to reuse it. I kept Horn of the Phantom Beast, didn't deal the extra 800 damage because I was waiting for this moment that he would attack into me, so I could then use it. Because that also gives me an extra draw. And it takes out one of his monsters, so that was very nice. And I knew Bujin Incarnation was coming, so I knew he'd had Yamato and Mikazuchi back. So I play Horn of the Phantom Beast, get my 800 attack points, I'm up to 2500, Mikazuchi can't handle that, takes 600 damage and is destroyed. And due to Horn of the Phantom Beast's other effect, I also get to draw a card because Reborn Tengu destroyed a monster by battle. And then he has Turtle, Yamato, one face down and a card in hand, and I have Tengu with Horn of the Phantom Beast and 4 cards in my hand. That's very nice. So what shall I draw? What do I have next? I have Skill Drain face down, Forbidden Chalice face down, Call of the Haunted, and Book of Moon. So I'm like, okay, I kind of want to play Torrential Tribute face down and or use Pot of Duality. First off, I'll just play Call of the Haunted to bring back Barbaros. Seems like a logical choice to me. Now I have a 2500 and a 3000 attack point guy. I want to make the space free for Pot of Duality. I decided not to because I don't really want to waste it, and I could just use Pot of Duality next turn. I don't really mind waiting a turn. It's a good card. Definitely, that's why a lot of people use it. But I'm like, okay, I'll just wait a turn, see what happens. I kind of want my other draw with Horn of the Phantom Beast, and I'm thinking he may have Honest, or well, the Bujin version of Honest anyway. So Reborn Tango attacks Bujingi Turtle, but it's not Honest or anything that comes out, it's Mirror Force. I'm like, well, I'm gonna get the effect from Reborn Tengu and summon a new Tengu, and then I want to save Beast King Barbaros, so I set it so that it isn't in attack position upon the resolution of Mirror Force. So I get to keep him. And since he wasn't destroyed, Call of the Haunted doesn't get destroyed either. And since Call of the Haunted now lost its target, it's now a dead trap. Just like when you use the monster you summon with it, like for Xyz or Synchro Material, then Call of the Haunted just stays there to take up the spot, nothing else. So I summoned Reborn Tengu. I now have the free spot to play Pot of Duality, but I can't use it since I special summoned Reborn Tengu earlier than turn. Now, I once again have a monster with only 1700 attack. He can attack over it with Yamato. I'm guessing he didn't because he feared another Horn of the Phantom Beast. What I am surprised about is that he didn't attack Barbaros, knowing that Barbaros is 1200 defense. I find that weird, so I'm like, okay, he must have some kind of honest kind of play. Honest, or whatever the Bujin Honest is called, I don't remember. It's some kind of birdie, I believe. Yeah, I play Pot of Duality, get Photon Saber Tiger, Maxi Duality. I'm like, yes, I want Saber Tiger. Because, for one, it gets me an extra card in my hand, thins my deck out for other cards that I might want, better for card advantage, and I can immediately, with Skill Drain, boost it to 2000. And I could also use Chalice, sure, but I kind of want to use Chalice to give that extra 400 attack to get over a certain monster later on when they attack me. That's what I like to keep them for, so that I destroy them by battle during their turn. So, nothing of them yet. Attack with Saber Tiger into Turtle. He can't play anything in response to the attack declaration, so I play Skill Drain, negate Saber Tiger's effect now, so that it has 2000 attack again, because if there's no other Photon Saber Tiger face up on my field, it loses 800 attack, 1200. With Skill Drain on the field, that is negated. Now the opponent plays Bujingi Yara. When a Beast Warrior or Bujin is attacked, well, at least an attack is declared against the Beast Warrior Bujin, the attack is negated if you send that card from hand to grave, and damage is dealt equal to the opponent equals to half the attacking monster's attack, so 1500 damage to me. But then I still have my Tengu. As I said, I do like to keep Forbidden Chalice and such cards for the opponent's turn, but I'm like, okay, if I take out Yamato here and there's one card left and I have all of this, I still have Upstart Goblin, still a second Saber Tiger, I have Torrential Tribute. Would he somehow still come with an amazing play? So Chalice to take out Yamato to make sure he has the least amount of plays possible. Because let's say I would have let him keep Yamato, he would have been able to Xyz. Sure, I would have been able to Torrential, but I felt this was the better idea, and he doesn't play anything, likely can't do anything. So I normal summon my Saber Tiger, can't add a new one due to Skill Drain though. but I'm able to attack directly with all 4 monsters, Reborn Tango, Beast King Barbaros, and the 2 Foden Saber Tigers, and win the game. I'm going to see you guys in the next video tomorrow. I'm going to go to Jeff Dunham and have a lot of fun. See you later.